Alright, hello and welcome back, everybody, to Project Ozone 3. Uh, before I get to, all of this stuff going on in the background, I figured I would share with you, something really funny. I actually just had to, load a backup of my world, because while I wasn't recording and I was getting ready to start recording, a creeper came up to me and blew up part of my island, destroying all my storage and whatnot, which, not exactly what you want. So, yeah, I had to roll a backup, only a couple episodes in. I have no idea, what episode this is going to be, because I have, no idea where I am in my recording cycle. So, yeah. I've done a little bit of work off camera. A little bit of it got undone during the rollback, but whatever. It wasn't much. I have not completed any extra quests. I haven't done any like questing off camera or anything. It's just been purely building, like expanding expanding my platform. I moved my smelting array, that kind of thing. And I also went ahead and made a 64 it made an 8x8 grid of sieves so that I can sieve a stack at a time. These are all upgraded to iron stiffened meshes, and the border is a half block up, so that when my inventory gets full, the items don't go flying everywhere. They stay in this square. I am going to be, in a minute here, I am going to be working on getting a couple more things set up, because I was thinking about it overnight, and the main reason I did all this was because I was thinking about it, and this is Mythic mode. This is a very high difficulty pack mode that is going to be one of the grindiest things I've ever played through. And so while I was thinking about it, it came to me, I realized that I think I've just finished recording my third episode earlier, or last night. For episode 3, I'm not very far in. I have remarkably little for where I am in the current point in the series, and I was thinking about it and just how much stuff I'm gonna need and how much grinding it's gonna be off camera, and I figured that I should start working on building bigger. So I'm probably going to start this episode's gonna probably mark where I start. This is gonna mark the start of me stepping things up, and it's going to be when I decide to start, you know, doing the major, major jumps to just, get some progression done. Of course, I'll still be recording all of the main, all the main stuff and whatnot, but I'll tab back in for, to at least update you on quests and whatnot. But there's going to be a lot of grinding done off screen that just kind of needs to be addressed. So, yeah. This probably just marks the start of where actual cuts start occurring in the series. Anyways, I don't really know what's next right now. I kind of need to figure that one out. Oh, well, I mean, I do believe, yeah. So, one of the things that did happen off screen was I did manage to finish getting I did manage to get these to crush. So I've got my crushed lapis and my crushed coal. So we're going to go ahead and get our hands on that silicone so that I can do what I need to do. And I did not make anywhere near enough. I thought this was... Oh, no. I have enough for one upgrade. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, well, I mean, for now this is fine, right? I only need I don't only need a little bit for what I'm doing, because, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can make more real quick. Well, no, because I need 4. So what I need is 6 more of each. I don't have any lapis over here. It's all over here. I don't know if I have enough power in this thing, but we will see. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more off camera. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share with you that, we are in fact going to start ramping things up a little bit. So, yeah. Buckle up, cowboy. Okay, there's that. Okay, so I now have all these stuff for the last 6 that I need. Okay, there's that. And then I need some blaze quartz. I don't need fucking stone. Quartz. That's what I need. Okay, I know I need some iron, and I know I need some blaze powder. Okay, so then I should need 8 blaze quartz. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so now do this, toss this there, toss these there, boom, boom, and then toss these there, boom, and then we're gonna toss this and this in here. Alright, so now I have these furnaces upgraded as far as they're gonna be for now, until I get my hands on the processing upgrade, which makes everything doubled instead of just ores, but ultimate ingots and purple diamonds. That's not happening for a few thousand hours. But this now doubles ores, makes makes everything burn for twice as long, and cooks everything faster. So that is a net positive. Okay, now I've expanded my wood production, so we're gonna go ahead and fucking empty out my inventory here because that is a lot of junk that I don't need. Put this away. Alright, we've expanded wood production, which is great. I'm really quickly going to go ahead and upgrade my storage of stone here. Okay. So now I have a basic storage drawer, which will allow me to store 32 stacks by default instead of the 27 that a normal chest is. So that's already better. Let's go ahead and sleep. So now that these are upgraded, if I toss a nether emerald ore in here, it'll turn into 4 nether ore. It'll turn into 4 normal emerald ore. So actually there's now no longer a need for my nether furnace because the thing does it for me. It'll dupe ores all by itself. So go ahead and just toss those in there. The cobalt and ardite, it'll double the ingots, but it won't, like, it doesn't smelt down into ardite and cobalt. Unfortunately. So, now I have freed up a bunch of space. Go ahead and empty my inventory a bit here, because I don't need some of this crap. I'm going to toss all that in here. Repair this. Oh yeah, that's right. My obsidian sledgehammer actually leveled up earlier because I used it so much. Alright, so let me actually go through and claim a couple of quests, because I know I've got some done over here. Like the diamond mesh. Apparently, I think I must have done this off camera. Or if I did it on camera, I didn't claim it. So there's that. Beta, I got the normal drawer done. And I got my atomic reconstructor. So that's it for beta. And then epsilon, or not epsilon, delta, which is the mystical agriculture tab. I've got a couple quests in here. And then I've got a quest in Kappa for the first solar panel. And that should be everything claimed. So I'm actually going to go ahead and... storage drawers are going to be another thing that I make a lot of in this pack. Because they are very, very useful. So, I'm going to find a spot. We'll just put it here for now. I don't know. That seems like a good spot for me. Pull out all this RAK. Now, I know exactly how much I have. Well, not really, because it doesn't actually, like, tell me, but good enough. Now, one of the things I do definitely want to do in the near future here, which I actually can start working on, is I do want to get my hands on epiolatry. Epiolatry. I don't know what that last syllable I said was. But yeah. So I just need to go find a nether fortress to get some blaze rods, or start looting loot bags to get blaze rods, because that would be really nice. Now, this pack does have the different versions of blazes, the Blitz Basals and the Blizz, Blitzes, and Basals. And I know this. Well, obviously I know this because I played this before. But I mentioned this, is what I meant to say. I mentioned this because while I was expanding my platform, I actually had 2 of them spawn. I had a Blitz and a Blizz both spawn on my platform. I also had some Abyssal Craft enemies spawn, which is what I was kind of worried about, because I didn't exactly want that to happen, but that is the price I have to pay for living in a Corallium-infested swamp, so yeah. Another quest I know that I can get done and out of the way is, because it's like the simplest quest in its entire quest line, is just making the book for the Ancient Codex for Embers Rekindled. I don't ever actually wind up using it because I know all the stuff that I need to do for this quest line, but because I'm not a big fan of using Embers Rekindled, I've never really enjoyed any of the stuff that comes with it, but it does have it's used for a lot of recipes that I need to do, so kind of gotta bite the bullet on that one. Anyways. We cannot start Ender IO until Ender Ingots, and that is a very not friendly recipe. Because I don't have a source of Ender Pearls yet, and I don't have a source of Dawnstone yet. So. But, in the near future, we will. But yeah, so I went ahead and expanded, so I've got plenty of space to play with. It's not lined up on any chunk borders quite yet, but I'll probably wind up at the very least in one of these episodes expanding to this next ring here that I've claimed. So, yeah. Alright, I need to figure out what I want to work on next, because that is going to be very important. So I do need a mob farm. I'm not at a point right now where I can really mass produce. I can't really work on Woot quite yet, just because of its requirements that I just don't have. So that's out of the question. I could possibly do a Cursed Earth farm, but getting the red alloy for that's going to suck. You know what, actually? I want to work on a little bit of this. If I can. Because I know I got some base essence, I know I got some of this, I know I brought some seeds home. So I'm hoping... Okay, Inferium Tier 1 seeds. And then a base crafting seed. Tab out, get the quest. Tier 1 crafting seed. Dirt, nature, stone, water, wood. Wood's the one I want. Because while these are going to be very helpful, especially in terms of food and just sheer log count, I wasn't supposed to do that. That's not what I grabbed those logs for. So, tier 1 crafting seed, essence, boom. Wood seeds. I don't have the stuff required for a nature seed yet, so that's gonna have to wait. And then I certainly don't have the stuff for the for tier 2 seeds, so that will also have to wait. But wood seeds are certainly going to be helpful, so made sure that I got my hand on some of those. Two of these. Just because I'm not going to use it much. Just because I'm not going to be using it much, and I don't really care. Gold hoe. Oh, that's right. You don't care when it's like that. This plant is fertile and can grow. Oh, wait, that's right. You don't work like that. So this has actually just been a huge waste of time. Okay, well, I guess I've got that now. Cool, I guess. Damn it, I thought I was onto something. Just gonna go ahead and hit claim all there, because it's all just RAK. I don't even think I can really get a watering can just yet. No, because I need Solium, and Solium requires Prudentium. So I cannot make that watering can. Can I make the normal watering can? No, because it needs an Inferium watering can. So this is just not going to happen for a while. Yay! Oh well. Mystical agriculture is just banned. Unless I want to do agri-craft and then... Which, I'm gonna be so for real, I don't. Ooh, damn. Got a 3 emeralds on that one. Smelt that down. Okay. Okay, that's not possible. Cake is not happening anytime soon. I don't have any of that stuff. Red heart canister. Nope, not happening. Okay, so I mean... That requires the nether, but also that requires the... That requires the glimmer crystal. The glimmer crystal... is a pain. Can't I make a slab crafting bench? Probably not, I guess. Alright, so we're going to get started on embers because that's the next major mod we need to tackle. Which means I'm going to need a lot of lead, a lot of iron, and a decent bit of gold and copper. I'm going to make a few sticks just to be safe. So, Tinker's Hammer. Turns into Ember Excavation. I need Camonite bricks, which is Camonite blend, which is a shit ton of clay, and a bunch of sand. I just put away all my clay. I should make more clay, probably. Okay, that should be all the stamps. It wants me to make a Camonite brick before I do anything else, huh? What? Oh, I have to cook them. Okay, cook the stamps. I need an ember bore. I need the melter. So we're actually just gonna go ahead and toss like all this Camonite in there. I can make more later if I need it. Need to toss this Camonite plate in there as well. I don't have sugar cane. Oh, right. I'm supposed to get it from fucking sieving. Yeah, I sieve dirt for sugar cane. I need you for something important. Is it the sugar? It might be the sugar. It's either the sugar or it's the paper, and I don't remember which. But one of them was very important for something. There we go, sugarcane seeds. Alright. Fucking finally. Almost an entire stack of dirt, and I only got the one fucking sugarcane seed. It's a miracle I got any at all. Okay. One of those. One of those. Need a second piece of paper. And a copper plate. And it looks like I need a few of these, so. Okay, and then I need more Caminite. Of course I do. It's just never enough. Okay, we're just gonna convert the rest into these. Oh, shit. Okay, well, these are eternally blocks now, so it means I have to make more fucking ingots if I need them. Oh, okay. 2 archaic bricks, 2 seared bricks. Okay. I have the 2 archaic. And I can easily get my hands on the seared brick. Partially just because I forgot that I was making it. I need 4 iron plates and an electrotine ingot. Okay, I need to go make 4 iron plates. And then go ahead and make the mechanical core. Mechanical core. And then 3 more iron plates, and then bada bing, bada boom. Ember boar. Claim all of those. As much as I know I did a bunch. I've already done a bunch of these, but I don't need to do very many more. I was just trying to get the fucking just crafting ones out of the way. I don't need a refined pressure thing, so I'm not gonna do that. And I probably won't wind up making the stamper. Okay, well, I mean, so I'm gonna be making like 90% of the. I'm gonna be doing 90% of the quest. I don't know why I said anything. We're just gonna forget I did. So. Okay, so I need to go ahead and take this ember boar down to the bedrock layer in the nether. And set up a little area there. Unfortunately, I am a fairly decent height in the nether at the moment. Oh well. Nothing a little bit of mining can't fix. Okay. So, I now have this area all dug out for my ember collection. The way this works is basically you just place this ember collector on top of bedrock, and you feed it coal, which then will it'll spit out ember shards. So we're just gonna feed it a shit ton of coal and then let it run. Okay, so I got it turned on by putting a item extractor on it, putting a lever on it to tell it to extract, and there was coal in this chest. Although I am gonna have to move where this item extractor sits. Okay, and then I think what happens if I do this? Okay, so that should work for now. I don't think I'm gonna need that much stuff. So let's go ahead and throw together a mixer centrifuge. So I'm just gonna, you know what, we're gonna make the rest of this. so that's the mixer centrifuge. There's an ember activator. God, so much electrotine. I don't have that much electrotine, which means I need to go sift some more dust. Okay, I now have the crap I need. That's tungsten. Ah, from netherrack, huh? I mean, I've got some. I thought that was zinc. Okay. Got my tungsten now. Ember receptor, ember remitter. I'm gonna need a couple more of these, but that's enough for the quest for now. That's seared stone. I want the dawn stone. Right, you don't like forming blocks like that. Alright, so our ember setup has actually yielded some crystals, thank God. I've got the area chunk loaded because it won't work otherwise. Also, this ember grit gets thrown back in as fuel. So. Now I've got ember crystals. Oh! Goddamn! Okay, I need 4 of these, and then... Boom, copper cell. Okay. Okay, we got the 5 different aspectuses, which, if you didn't understand that, it's made by pouring 1 ingot of the type over an ember shard. So these are my aspecti. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them in here. Okay, next up I'm going to need a couple of bins. There is the bin that I know that I'm going to need. I need Ember Activator. How do I use the activator? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set up my embers just kind of like right around here. So we're going to slap down the Ember Activator. And then I'm going to slap an emitter on top. Slap down the receptor right here. This is going to need a lever. Okay, this is now cooking up this ember and making this mod's power source now. So, this is going quite well. This cinder plinth I'm going to throw on top of this bin. Because I believe that's how this works. And then we're going to throw a stack of cobble in this. Okay, never mind. Apparently, we're going to be linking these two. Okay. Swear to God. Okay, so the main point of me doing all of this is I need to go to, at some point I do want to be able to go to, the next, one of the main major steps, sorry, is going to the Twilight Forest. Now, this quest is currently locked because it requires the Nether. I don't see me getting my hands on a cake anytime soon. Because, I just don't. Because the main hard part about that is getting an egg, and eggs are just a royal pain to get my hands on. So, I'd rather not. But I do know, unless, well, actually no, because they might have changed it. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. No, they might have changed it on me, so I do need to get my hands on a cake. So... No, not trading upgrade. Market. Okay. I need a market. That's what I need. So I need some red wool, or red dye. I don't know how I'm gonna get red dye. I don't have a grass patch. There's a grass patch in the place. It'll be fine. Yeah, because I need specifically red wool. Huh. Oh, I mean, I guess if I got some beetroot, I could do it. I think I should have gotten some beetroot seeds, right? No. Surprisingly not. Okay, well, I can go get some, I have no bone meal? Wow. Okay, well, that's that problem solved. I can go use this grass patch. No, put me in the fucking hunting dimension. Red, and there's yellow. Awesome. I was not actually expecting to get both on my first try. Let's go. Because I know I need the yellow dye for something later. Okay, there we go. This, and then throw these away in here. Do this. Do this. So it's two pieces of two planks, and then okay. Gonna go ahead and do this. So this market, let's just stick him right here. Hello, Swap-O-Matic. Alright, so this will allow me to trade my random acts of kindness, just a couple, for different types of plants. Number one that I'm looking for is the almond, because almond saplings, I can grow them and they will give me almonds. Almonds I can turn into fresh milk, which I can then use to make cake. Yeah, my only choice there is a raw tofu egg, which is not happening, so. Okay, I just need the one. Because now I can swap out one of these trees. This is the other reason I made so many of these, is I can now grow an almond sapling, which is something that I do desperately need. So now I need to get my hands on an egg, which means I'm going to be utilizing something called a ground trap. This lets me get my hands on eggs, in theory. Should the universe allow it. Okay, so I just need some wood for that, actually. So now I have the ground trap. Now I need bait. I need to bait the trap, and I need grain bait because I'm trying to lure a chicken, I think. I think that's how that works. What mod is this from? Pam's Harvest? Oh, they all have the exact same chance. So can I make a fruit bait instead? Yes. Yes, I can, actually. They all have the exact same chance to generate eggs, so we're not going to bother caring. Okay, this is now baited, so eventually I will see eggs pop up here. I wasn't originally gonna make the wasn't gonna bother trying to get the cake, but because of this being Kappa, or this being Mythic instead of Kappa, I don't know if they've changed the recipe for getting to the Twilight yet or not. Why does twerking not work on those? Alright, what'd I do with the bones? I put it away, I know that. There it is. Okay, and then I grew a couple of extra sugar cane just for this. I don't know how long this is going to take to work, so let's go ahead and make those pieces of obsidian for it. Oh, all right. No! I almost... Okay, that was almost very bad. Alright, so I've now got some ash. I should actually make a little bit more. What all else do you give me? Oh, I could have just traded for the flour I needed? That's funny. What does that look like? It's fun looking trees. Alright, back to what I was working on originally. I'm gonna need these at some point anyways, so let's get a move on making them, yeah? Okay. Make a copper block. So I need 4, that's 5 plates. 4, 5. Okay. Beam cannon. Do I have any more stairs? I do. A dawnstone plate? Oh my. Okay, alchemical exchange for exchange tablet and the alchemy pedestal. I'm gonna need a couple of these actually. Which means I need more carbonite or caminite. Carbonite? Yeah, that's the one. think I need I think I need 3 total, so that's 6 Dawnstone plates. 4, 5, 6. Make. What am I missing? Oh, copper blocks. And then pedestals. Sweet. Alright, got my alchemy setup going here. So this is the configuration we're gonna have. Once I'm actually ready for it, I'm currently filling up this battery. Once I'm ready to do anything with this, though, we're just gonna swap this emitter onto the battery and this receptor. Slap that on the beam cannon, and then we will be a-okay. Currently, I'm waiting on this to net me an egg. I'm hoping it happens sooner rather than later. So, this should have made more seared stone. It did. I'm just gonna fill it up. I need a lot of seared stone. I'm gonna make like a 5x5 refinery, I think. You know what I can do? I'm gonna grind out a little bit more obsidian, and then I'm gonna make. Do I really? You know, I'll make a sword. What kind of sword do I want? I don't know. I might just make a cleaver. Yeah, cleaver sounds good. I always liked cleavers, so that's going to be something I can't even make on this. So I need a tool forge. That's actually, I have them on me. Okay, so I can just go ahead and make this. Just gotta go grab some iron. No eggs yet? Seriously? Okay, that there. Boom. Okay. Tool forge. Great, alright. Cleaver is the one I want. So I need a tough plate. Tough tool rod, a large sword blade, a large plate, and a tough tool. Okay, so two tough tool rods. Got the large plates, and I just need the large blade. Okay, the plate, and then the tough tool rod. I need 6 for that. Plus another 8. Jesus Christ. Oh no. You weren't supposed to do that. I forgot I had that on. God damn it. Alright, now I have to throw an extra 3 gold in there and then remelt it all. Yay. Okay, got the bits for my cleaver, so we're gonna... Boom. 1 cleaver. Okay, I want a... Ooh, actually, that's a much closer soul sand biome. I kind of like that better. Wow, I can't believe I genuinely didn't fucking, like, look around when I first spawned in. Okay, soul sand. Because I like this one better. Alright, chat, I found one. Fucking finally. I don't know how I'm gonna wind up cutting that up, because, that was a lot of searching. But, I found one. We found one. A real one. The security guard. Alright. There's a ghast thingy. This is for a later boss fight. So I'm very glad I found it. Because these aren't exactly easy to come across. Ooh, that's a really good capacitor. Damn. But yeah, this is an infinite ghast spawner. And it's a boss, and it's where I summon the boss, the Queen Ghast. Which I need for later, so... I also just watched that ghast spawn in the lava. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Wham. Wham. Get off me. Ooh. Should have taken that bucket. But this means I can get my hands on the blaze rods I need for Apiola Tree and the next one of the tiers of the cobble gen. Those are the two really important things that I know I absolutely need blaze rods for. So. Alright, blaze spawner located. Okay, so now that I've discovered blazes, I think this might be a good spot to end this off. 2 hours! 2 hours of recording, and not a oh my god, I haven't even gotten a fucking, okay, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end off the episode here. I'm more than likely going to do a shit ton of gravel grinding off camera to try and get all the diamonds that I need. So yeah. Speaking of diamonds, let's just go ahead and... Actually, hang on. Let's toss these in here. I have a bunch of lapis. So let's go ahead and max out that luck stat, yeah? Let's do the same thing on this cleaver, actually. So I've maxed out luck now. Awesome, I doubled that perfectly. Nice. Okay, last of my lapis. I'm not gonna waste the last of it on that. I'll get some more later. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end off this episode here. I'm hoping that I didn't have to cut out too much. This will probably, and then I'm hoping that it'll hit the 30 to 45 hour mark, just because that's where I like to keep my videos, because it's the kind of video I like to watch. Anywhere between about 45 minutes to like an hour, hour and a half is kind of just perfect. But yeah, we got a decent bit done. We upgraded our furnaces. I showed off the base expansion. Yeah. The only way this could get any better is if I fucking... is if I could just get those stupid eggs. Because that's all I need. But, oh well. Yeah, it's not happening. Alright, so we're gonna call it here. Hopefully I got a decent... I mean, I did get a decent bit done. I cleared out an entire quest line, so even if it's a short video, we still did a decent bit in regards to that. So, that's enough for me to be willing to call it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Project Ozone 3. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and farewell.